One of the most popular ways to get scammed financially these days is through the Venmo app. I just had a friend that felt victim to a scam, and so it motivated me to make this video to hopefully help others. Because with the advent of AI, scammers, hackers, overseas hackers and scammers, they're no longer misspelling things, and it's not as obvious that it's a scam. So first things first, the way to protect yourself is you always want to know and inform yourself about the scams that are occurring. So some of the main ways to protect yourself is you always want to use the actual app itself. Always check it often. Don't keep a tremendous amount of money in your Venmo account because, again, it's not really FDIC insured. I'm going to cover step by step the different settings that you should pay attention to and you should toggle on and off that can help you be less likely to fall for one of these Venmo scams, such as staying more private. Now, even before I jump into that aspect of the video, I want to point out that some of the most popular scams is people writing people about mistake transfers or getting alerted because too much money was sent or an incorrect amount was sent. Remember, Venmo doesn't really contact you via email and text, so always check within the app because there's so many phishing scams out there regarding Venmo where they do send these fake emails and texts that have the same Venmo logo and it looks exactly the same, and you are likely to go ahead and go on Venmo and do the things that they ask for because of social engineering. It's so easy these days to go on your personal social media or check out your LinkedIn, whatever presence you have online, and figure out where you shop, what brands you like, which school, which organizations you belong to. And based on that, it's very easy to scam people. So watch out for that. Also, always keep Venmo private. You don't want it to be public. I know it's kind of like a social media app and people can see who purchased what and who's paying who for who, and it's kind of neat and cool in that way. But again, it opens you up to be more susceptible to a scamming or phishing attack because you're giving information to the hacker or the scammer. Also, make sure that you're keeping your app updated. Don't use an incredibly outdated app. With that being said, although two-factor authentication is integrated into the app already, it's still really important to be mindful of these key security settings and other features that I guarantee you may not know about and are going to be really helpful to you. So here we go. The full breakdown of all the settings you need to know about in Venmo is coming right now. Let's go. First things first, do not hold a lot of money in your Venmo balance because it is most likely not FDIC insured. So if something happens, if the app becomes corrupt, if the app breaks, if your money all of a sudden disappears, you can't just ensure that the federal government is going to go ahead and replace your funds. So make sure not to keep a tremendous amount in your Venmo balance. You can always select transfer there and transfer money back to your bank account. So the next thing you want to do is in the top right, you'll see the gear icon. You're going to select that. And over here, there's a couple of things we can do. Now, a good measure of security is you want to go ahead and mess around with this PIN code and biometric unlock right here. And what this does is if you create a PIN, it's going to ask you to put this PIN when you access your app. And if you want to set up the biometric unlock, you're going to have to set up your PIN settings first, which I'm actually going to do at the end of this video. The next thing I want to point out is privacy. This is extremely important. If you don't already know, everybody can see every transaction you make, maybe not the money amount, but they could see who you sent it to and what it was for. So that is the public aspect of it. Now, something that you want to do here is you want to set it to private. If you want to be extremely private, then you're going to see it asks you if you want to change your default privacy settings. Did you know that you can change the privacy settings for each payment individually? That means that when you make an individual payment, you can actually select on there whether you want the world to see exactly who you sent it to or who sent it to you, or whether you want to change that to private or just friends. Remember, you can have friends on Venmo. Here's a really interesting feature that a lot of people don't know exists.
If you scroll down to more over here and you select past transactions, you will see that over here, if you want to, you can go ahead and change the privacy for your past transactions to private, which means all of the transactions you ever did on this app, if you select change to private, it will make it private. That means that publicly would no longer be visible. It'll also not be visible by your friends as well. The other interesting thing they have here is you can actually block users. Now, I know a friend that used to block another friend because every time he paid her, she's really considerate and nice and she would send the money back. So he actually would pay her and then put her in the blocked users so that she wouldn't be able to pay him back, which was pretty funny. And two last things here, the location aspect. This is if you want Venmo to go ahead and show you offers and deals from local merchants nearby. I always leave this off. The less permissions you give to these apps, the better and the safer in my opinion. And if you select the last one on the list, which is friends list, you'll see here that you could select the privacy setting for your friends list. You could change this at any time. What this means is that your friend list can be visible to anyone right now. However, you can change it so that it's only visible to your Venmo friends, or you can set it so that it's private. It's only visible to you. You can also toggle on and off whether you want to appear in other users' friend lists, which is awesome. That means if you want to be super private, you can go ahead and select this off. And that means if someone looks at someone that's actually one of your friends on Venmo, they won't be able to see your name. I'm fine leaving this on. If you're someone that doesn't want your phone to be buzzing all the time, you can select notification, and here in the push notifications, text notifications, you can go ahead and select when you want to be bothered and when you don't want to be bothered. So for instance, I have push notifications, but I have all my text notifications toggled off. And for email notifications, I have them all toggled on. You can do it any which way that you please. Last but not least, I want to point this out that if you're a fan of PayPal and you use PayPal a lot, you can actually go ahead and send money to your PayPal account. You can do so by selecting send money to PayPal here, and if you don't know, Venmo had actually purchased PayPal back in 2013 for like $800 million. They purchased the parent company, and so Venmo is actually a part of PayPal. A lot of people don't know that. And the very last thing I'll mention is your security section here. You can go ahead and change your password. This is always a good idea to do, I would say every year or 2 years. You want to go ahead and update your passwords because you never know if someone stole your password or maybe you're reusing a password and someone found out your password from a different account. They might try to use it on other associated accounts with your name. You can also select remembered devices and remove any of the devices that you no longer use. This might be quite helpful actually. And very last but not least, you want to select identity verification. And I've already set this up, but it's always helpful to fill this part out as well. So I promised to show you guys the PIN code and biometric unlock settings as the last thing in this video. And I know I've said last but not least a million times. This is the actual last but not least, I promise you. So the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna toggle PIN settings on, and you're gonna see this place where you can create a 4-digit PIN. So now that we've set up our PIN settings and I had to put in the PIN twice, we can now set up the biometric unlock. And so we toggle that on. It once again asks us for our 4-digit PIN. And here's the thing, it's asking me that if I want to use this feature on Venmo, I'll first need to set up the biometrics on my phone first. I'm gonna do this later, but this is the place where if you want to set up the biometric unlock, you would do it here.
I really appreciate you guys for watching this video in its entirety. If I helped you out, please help me out, like, comment, subscribe. And also remember, if you do get scammed in any which way, let everybody else know so that you can protect them from getting scammed. Report it to Venmo, to PayPal, report it on different websites, post it to Reddit. If someone's trying to scam you, let other people know, because if you look out for others, you're also looking out for yourself as well, because it comes back around and encourages other people to share scamming stories as well. And that way we can keep all the scammers and the hackers to a minimum. With technology, just like anything else, People are going to use it for good, and bad people are going to use it for bad. And the idea is that there's many more good people than bad people in the world, but it's really important to understand that there are bad, malicious people in the world that are going to try to hack and scam anyone they can. And so don't be naive. Don't fall for these popular Venmo scams. Stay safe out there. And most importantly, keep an eye not just on your Venmo balance, but on your mental health as well. I wish you guys an amazing week ahead, and I will see all of you in the next video.